Hello, good evening, welcome back to the channel, me Dragonborn Queen. And the other night I streamed some Planet Coaster 2 and it seemed to go down quite well on the channel, so I'm back. I've done some more work since I last streamed, and obviously this front entrance still needs work. I have built something I'll quickly show you over here. I don't know whether to use it or not. I'm in two minds about it. It's very hard to try and make the statues look anything like, I apologise about the cars outside. I just all decided to start driving past as soon as I start streaming. Either way, right, let's go. 3:58 p.m. So I built some more stuff. Let's jump into first-person camera. Hide that HUD, and away we go. So you saw all this, the courtyard. You probably noticed something different. So we had the Raven's Anvil. But yeah, this wasn't here, and I don't know what to call this section. Yeah, I have been busy. So yeah, portal bit into the next area. And that's what I was working on. It didn't have the queue covering at the front. We'll just ignore that coaster. Yeah, and it didn't have the ship on top. It didn't have the cover over the ride operator, but now it has. Oh, we can't go. Yep. So it's looking mighty fine now, I think. It's a vast improvement. I mean, let me know what you think, but I think it looks really good now. Yeah, I like it. Can I jump through the queue? Yeah, jump. Okay. I can actually skip through. That's kind of good. Walking backwards down the queue. Mind that way, people. So this was here last time, this building. But now around here, we have this. Everyone's like, I can't help but notice there's a roller coaster in the background. You can't help but notice there's a roller coaster in the background, but there is a roller coaster in the background, yeah. And we're going to ignore it. We're going to ignore the roller coaster. This is, I think this is the main entrance. Yeah, this is the main entrance. So I want to put some more covering over this part of the queue. But the idea is, this is called Bloodhowl. And it's like Berserker, so everything's like burnt and charred and destroyed. Alright, let's Can I ride? Yep. Oh, I can't see what. There's no ride operator. What's going on? Yeah, if you get seasick, then this isn't the ride for you. So all this bit needs theming, but let's just concentrate on the layout. So that was the ride, and then they get off here. I haven't done anything to the queue line here. And they come down, and there's a shop selling ride photos. Yeah, brilliant. But I'm yet to theme this out. We could possibly do this evening. That's what I feel like. I am sort of working on the coaster. Obviously, there's a lot of the coaster still needs work. It's taking me days to get to the point where it's at. And this toilet sort of blends in with that charred, destroyed brickwork type look. And that is actually the toilets. And yeah, I wanted it to have lots of like path interaction, which you don't really notice from on the ride. But if you're walking down here, you're walking all underneath the coaster. And while you lot are wandering around here, there's nothing down here. There's absolutely nothing over here. Not yet, anyway. Going for that sort of Alton Towers feel. Everything's spread out. I mean, this takes up loads of room. The only other possible next thing I can do is take it under those double airtime hills there. Can we? Oh, that's jumping. Look there, those double airtime hills. Yeah, I can take the path under there and then perhaps build a coaster up the back as well. We're doing all right for percentage-wise, but this takes up a lot, and I've obviously got a lot of work to do on that. Anyway, let's jump out of this mode. Let's grab hold of something, get my HUD back. There we go. But yeah, the music and everything, so we can jump back on. But what we'll do, look forward, so you can just see the general ride. But yeah, all the flames I've added red effects to, so should be good. So give that Berserker Rage feel. So yeah, I need to build a station here for the unloading station and also for the transfer track. I want to put some sort of covering over it, but I want it to blend in. I was going to perhaps make it a cave, but I've done a cave at the beginning where the launch is. I might put natural things like natural caves that you fly through. I think it'll add certain element of excitement, and I might make that a sort of cave bit that you drop down through and it blasts you through. Kind of thinking banked on either side. Yeah, it takes a bit of work, unfortunately, but we'll get onto it. See, I want this very hilly, mountainous type terrain as it is the mountainous type map. I've only done 20% of the total amount of, you know. Evening Lodge, how are you? I'm thinking about Fortnite. I was going to jump on earlier, but I'm busy sorting out. Well, I've just been doing stuff around the house all day, so I am thinking we'll jump on tomorrow night. We'll still get the car, won't we? We'll just have to do two things. We have to do Creator Made Islands and epic experiences, because that's what I did last time and it worked. If that's alright with you, because it's tomorrow we get the car anyway. I was trying to push that in a bit. Let's chisel. Okay, yeah, it's kind of working, I guess. Chiseling away at the rock. Terrain, let's pull that up a little bit. I don't want to pull it up too much because it's going to interfere with the actual ride. Which we don't want to do. What I want to do is have, so now I'm going to get boulders from the area, from the region in scenery, and use those to build up around this area. And that way, give it more depth. Oh, I didn't show you this. We've got a like nice waterfall because somebody has come up with a way of doing waterfalls. Teji, I think they were I can't remember the guy's name. Anyway, yeah, look, basically you put water in, water blocks like that, spinning, and it creates that like proper waterfall effect with the water effects on top. Yeah, it looks like a really good waterfall. And then in here, to get that wave, I've actually used pool wave emitters. They're used for pools normally, but yeah, that's a wave emitter, and it gives you that lovely, and then you've got rapid effects here. The coaster flies over that, and nobody would see that unless they stood here. But yeah, it's quite a nice shot if you get the coaster flying through there. See, this I need to do something with. I don't know, I might just add more rock, build it up as you come out of the station. Although here I noticed you're ever so close to the ground when you're dropping, when you're spinning, because it's got that inversion as you come out. Let me find it when it's coming out. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, look, clearance is, you could touch the ground there. So we're going to push the terrain down a little bit. There's another bit I've noticed on the actual coaster where it gets really close. There is actually a danger of guests hitting their heads, their hands. Where is it? Yeah, here. Oh no, it's not that. Yes. Yeah, I suppose it is. The clearances are very good there, and you know you wouldn't have that in a real coaster. Obviously, because the way you're spinning as well, there's a high chance you could smack your arms on that. It's a health hazard. But hey, if I was adhering to real safety standards all the time, I wouldn't be building a theme park like this, full of Vikings, and not dealing with very good themes in this, you know, like berserkers going on the rampage and laying desecration to a battlefield. There is swords and weapons and things like that in this, so I can use them to sort of give it that battlefield effect. Unfortunately, I was going to say there's no skeletons in it. There is, but there's only one skeleton statue. Let me find it. Because in Planet Coaster 1 we had, in the Spooky DLC, we had posable skeletons. Like you could position them, yeah, there we go. The only skeleton in the game. And that's exactly what they were. They were just that, but with the legs and the body, and you could put them all together and position them, and the hands were separate. The forearms and the upper arm were all separate. Skull was separate from the rib cage and spine, and then you had a lower part as well, and then you had the legs as well, and the pelvis and the legs, yeah, in two parts, and feet. So you could position them really well, and I could have done so much with them on this ride because it would have worked quite well, but unfortunately we don't have that. So, you know, it's a lot of the stuff with guns was removed as well. They kind of thought it would affect their chance of getting a good rating, but then because they wanted it as an E for everyone. But yeah, this is the actual cavern, and yeah, it's just a false cave at the back here. It's not really a cave, but when you're on the ride you can't see that because of the angle. Even if you're at the, I suppose you could see it in the back. I can dig further. Let's dig further. Right. Okay. Yeah, that's the trouble with trying to work underground. It's so hard. And I am going out this way, so I can perhaps build a coaster around this way. I need more compact coasters because that takes up way, like, masses of room, and you wouldn't, realistically, manufacturer wouldn't build a coaster that size. I mean, it's huge. Although it's just going to take me ages to theme it and do everything for it, and yeah, it's going to be a massive project. But when it's finished, you know, I'll have half the park will be themed. I'll just be able to lop stuff on the sides and things around it. Right, okay, we want to do some boulders. I don't know whether we want tiger, rock, or boulder. We've got tiger and temperate, rock, boulder. I kind of want some really big boulders. I mean, look, that gets huge. That's like a mountain. That's better than creating mountains yourself. That is. Look at that, all the texture on it, and yeah, that's quite nice. Of course, the only problem with that is, well, I say problem, you can place it, and then you would need to like add to it to make it more believable. That goes pretty big as well. So you don't really need to use terrain anymore. You can just, if you want that rocky, hilly, mountainous look, you can just use boulders because these give you much better texture, in my opinion. Much better, a much more aesthetically pleasing look. Yeah, okay. Possibly. I did want a kind of ravine for the coaster to fly through. Yeah, let's right, if we do that, then we've got a sort of step. A kind of step look around the mountain. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, this is I won't need to build this up too much. We can just put that there. Then go for something like, well, we want something big that also, yeah, that sort of strata rock there, those in layers, flying through that on a spinning coaster would be quite nice with trees and all sorts of things above it. Yeah, that'll be pleasing. I don't need to go too big on this. But yeah, using these boulders definitely works. And yeah, as you're spinning past all that, I can put some sort of shrubberies and trees and things and build it up a bit. I just want to put this under the track. No, under the track, please. Under. And let's blend that in a bit, because I've just whacked down loads of stuff and not. Okay, let's turn that hardness down. We're trying to lightly blend it in. Yeah, I might put some gravel sort of there. Kind of gravel, like it's gathered in the bottom of the ravine. Chips from the cliff. Yeah, there we go. Looks quite nice. Then once we get some shrubberies in there, it will be looking quite good. Kind of want hard shrubberies or heather or something actually. This is a bit close. Let's just move it slightly away. And then I'm going to test clearance with the coaster. Let's bring it past. It's going to come directly towards us as well. Yep, there we go. So clearance should be good. Yeah, plenty of clearance. There's no way, you know, they're sort of firmly rooted in position there. There's no way they're moving beyond there. They're not going to be able to reach out and touch that rock, no matter how much they want to. This guy looks like he's having an absolute fit and petrified. It's quite funny. Some people just have complete meltdowns on the coaster and like, ah, and some people love it. So yeah, majority of people are enjoying themselves here, but let's have a look. That bloke, I am curious. I think he's panicking. Yep, he's definitely panicking. He's definitely petrified. Let me have a look. Let's go guest facing. Yeah, let's oh yeah. We can't concentrate on just watching him. But he is hanging on for dear life. Everyone else is putting their hands up and look, he's absolutely petrified. Oh no. He enjoyed himself there. Yep. he's not having a good time. Well, you know. You can use a scenery brush to do things, but I don't like doing that. I mean, look. So I can up the intensity, and I can just go. And you can get quite a nice effect, but I think doing it like with your own control, you can get much better. I mean, if I wanted a sort of bolder field, like, yeah, I could do that. The only problem with doing that is, because it's a brush system, everyone's parks are going to look the same. You know, that's... Oh. Okay. I do have an idea as well. I want ravens flying around, and I want destroyed buildings as well, dotted the landscape. So, like huts burnt, you know, with this charred look that I've got. Perhaps have flames on the ground, you know, like scorched earth. It's going to take a bit of work, but we'll get there eventually. I think the flames will be the final thing I add. But yeah, well, and I want some beautiful natural landscapes as well, because that's one thing you sort of think of with Vikings. Alright, so this the coaster ends up facing inward, doesn't it? So you possibly put another waterfall there, but I don't really want to. It's kind of cliche. Although you could put a waterfall with a stream running down to... Anyway, let's get back to be boulders, shall I? I'm getting too distracted. Actually, I'm going to put a playlist on while I'm working. Oh, I was going to put a playlist on, but I would need to unpause it, and the music of the coaster will come past every 5 seconds. That's the problem. Guessing the edge of the world is cheap. Yeah, well, there's not a lot I can do about that. I mean, I've got it on dynamic. It's nearly at maximum. Premium is... I can't put it on there. Dynamic. Just dynamic. Yeah. It's fine. I'm not putting it any higher than dynamic. This bit as well, I don't really know what to do here. I don't know to put things there. I do need to build a token dispenser, because I'm having the whole park work on a like barter system, like trading. That's the idea, hence why it says tokens or token trade here. You know, that's what the idea is between the park and then. So depending on what you ride, depends on, you know, what sort of token you would get. And obviously for riding something like this, you would get a much better token than it would allow you to perhaps get a t-shirt or something, I don't know. But that's just, you know, the idea behind it. Do they think this is cheap? What of it price? I've got dynamic pricing on this as well. So no one is queuing up for this ride. Oh, that's a priority pass. So these people have bought priority passes. Let me have a look. So she's got loads of money. She wants a souvenir though. Well, you just plenty. The priority pass seems really cheap to me. I'm definitely buying a priority pass at that price. The food at the Eldest Forest Feast was really good. I'm getting really excited waiting to go on the edge of the world. What great scenery. Yeah, total spent. It says price tolerance, missed activities, missed queues, dietary restrictions. It didn't tell me what she's been on. She's got sunscreen, Bloodhound ride photo and priority pass. Oh, that's what she's got. Carried items, none. That's what's in her pocket. She's already had a photo from this. She's going back on it. I mean, okay, yeah. I only have one coaster and one. I must admit, you know, probably my fault. Also, I need to add like queue numbers. Like this is row 1, row 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I also thought about trying to put a window in here, but I kind of like that black and look. It suits the whole aesthetic I'm going for. And all this is yeah, these are all individual planks placed in, rotated, etc. These are really good because they're just a Viking jetty flipped on its side. Gives you that nice texture and look and feel. Kind of looks like it's damaged wood. And these are signs, believe it or not, Viking signs. But I like the nail and plank look, and they fit perfectly. Well, I say they fit perfectly. You can make anything fit anything when you want to. In Planet Coaster 2, obviously by shrinking or changing it. So yeah, that's how we built that up. And these are shop awning pieces, and yeah. So that was the station. I just need. I'm thinking the sign should go here for the ride. And I'm also thinking about having a market stall here, one sort of little vendor, ice cream, drinks, something like that people can grab. And I need more seats out here, or perhaps have a market out here in front of the edge of the world, have some market stalls here as well. But that's the ideas. I just haven't got an idea in my head of what the markets will look like, so I'll get to that point, I'm sure. Let's get back to building my theming anyway, because we are building up this. So that's all right. Okay, that's not so good. It's quite pointed, but that'll do for a starter piece, and then I can build around it. Yeah, and I can build up around it. So that's my starter rock. So I'm just looking at which angles would work best. I don't think I've used that rock that often. So if I have sort of boulders, or not boulders, I mean shrubs and stuff on those rocks, it could look a bit more aesthetically pleasing, a bit nicer to the old eye. Once I get to the interesting stuff of placing shrubberies. Don't you agree, Scruffy? It'd be much more interesting when we get to that point. So now, yeah, when you fly through there, you fly through that ravine. Okay, we need to do some more work on the other side for rocks. We need to add. That's the last tiger. Yeah, and that's temperate. I'm just... Was that the one I just grabbed? I think it was. Was that the same as that one? Yeah, that is that one. So that one's better. I kind of don't like that bit there. Let me... Yeah, that rock. Okay, terrain. We're gonna need to blend it. Do I go for rock? I'm gonna go for rough rock a little bit. Yeah. Has a much nicer texture, rough rock. Just blend it all in. See all the gravel, you could use that. I mean, if you had like yeah, we need more rock. I'm going to act up the intensity. So you kind of got a gravel. You got pebbles. Gravel works better. And what we would want, ideally, is a big rock So you've got like a ravine, a channel. Yeah, let's do that. That would be quite nice. And obviously in that channel is where rocks have fallen off and crumbled and things and damage, and therefore we've got build up of pebbles and gravel in your ravine. Makes perfect sense. And then I'm going to need something like that. I don't want too much. Trouble is, if you use the same rocks over and over and over as well, it can look unrealistic. I'm sorry if you can hear my son in the background shouting his head off. Of course, we all know at the moment they're all off school. It's the holidays. Well, some of us have work in the morning, which is why I decided to play this, because it's a bit more relaxing for going to work than getting frustrated on Fortnite. Oh yeah, that's quite nice. It blends around there. Yeah, I kind of like that. That checks out. Once I add bushes and everything else, it'll start to come together a lot better as well. Alright, we want heavy rock work. The only thing that I find slightly frustrating about this map, you have no mud. On the temperate map, you have lots of different types of muds. On this one, no mud whatsoever. It's like, well, that's a little annoying. But that's very annoying, basically. Yeah, look, I'll show you what I mean. You've got short grass, meadow, dry grass, long grass, pebbles, gravel, rock, rough rock, strata rock, shrubs, moss, large strata rock, and auto paint. I am going to use a wee bit of moss. Just to give it a bit more, sort of blend it in a bit more and give it that look. Yeah, it looks quite good. Once I start adding some dried shrubs, heather, etc., we'll be well away. Let me just see what that looks like from on coaster. Where the heck are we on the layout? Now we're right back at the beginning. The actual coaster can get up to 7.02. I think it's because of all the slowing down and everything else I've got on the other end. Oh yeah, fast forward. Oh yeah, mechanic. Go on, off you go. Go, 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 please. Today. I definitely want decent lighting. Come on. That'll do. And we'll test. No, no, hang on. Catch that train. Quick. It is so annoying that they put their hands up every 5 seconds on this ride. Well, this person's not doing it so much. Oh yeah, no they are. Stop putting your bloody hands up. Thanks. Is it Lomiganus? I don't know how to say your name. Yeah, thank you. It's a bit lengthwise. It's got a large footprint, but yeah, I'm quite proud of it. I've just got to I'm adding theming, extra looks, bits, etc. But yeah, it's taking a bit of work. I'm just working on this part at the moment, this ravine section. And we are on coaster 1. I just want to look forward, not front bumper. We'll see what it looks like coming through there. Yeah, let's guest facing. Yeah, I want to check clearance as well. Train 2. Oh, we've only just unloaded. I'm working on a Greek mythology theme park. Yeah. I have tried Greek, but I sort of messed around for ages, and this is the first sort of park I'm kind of at the point where I think, yeah, I could do a park that I actually want to upload to the workshop. Come on, folks. Let's get going. Good. Come on. Yeah, I'm only recently started streaming Planet Coaster 2 again. I've done some stuff on Planet Coaster. There are videos on the channel and that, if you're interested in Planet Coaster. Right, come on, I want to check. Just want to check clearance, please. I barely know how to make roller coasters. Yeah, watch lots of tutorials. I'm not the person to ask. I'm an artist more than anything. I'm very creative in that sense. But I've learnt by... Yeah, that clearance is okay. Hang on, have we got... Yeah, we have got clearance there. My advice would be to look at real life roller coaster examples as well. I mean, for this one I was looking at Plops de Land, Japan, whatever it's called. That's what I was looking for this one, because obviously that's a Mack spinning ride coaster. I sound like I know what I'm talking about, but no, I've just learnt that from watching and stuff, tutorials and things, and learning about it all from other people. But that's how I learn how to build layouts and things and what works. And with inverted coasters, it's lots of big sweeping movements, and I've sort of applied that similar ethos here, where it's kind of like you can get away with more modern coasters, more like they sit on the track. You can get away with tighter turns, but you have to watch speeds and things. It's you just learn it through trial and error, really, I guess. Do I want heather plant? Do I want some heather plants? Like, yeah, I don't want strips. I want kind of want some heather like. And in fact, if I put lots of heather on here. But yeah, I've done a few projects I'm quite proud of on Planet Coaster. I did Golgotha, which was probably one of my best parks. Lost Fortress was a precursor to that. Kind of like steampunk parks are mine. I have been working on a steampunk park on this, but I got to a point with it and I'm just like, I'm not feeling it as much. But I've done steampunk quite well in Planet Coaster, so I don't want to be known as a one-trick pony. And I've always wanted to do Viking, and I've also wanted to do Pirate, and I never did them properly. I did start a Viking park on Planet Coaster, which is, because it's not native to Planet Coaster, it's kind of hard to do. But yeah, I definitely enjoy Viking. And I have actually got a Viking coaster out on the workshop as well, Shadow the Beast. I did submit it for Johnny to look at on Channel 5 Gaming as well, but no dice so far. Alright. This is such fun, making a heather field, you know. I don't know whether I want a tree on top here as well. The hill, and it just adds a nice pop of colour, and then I'll add drier shrubberies down at the base. I think that's what I'll do. What plants have we got? Yeah, larch. I definitely want a tree of some kind on the... Because then you've got that nice pop of colour. The larch is always good fun. You know, it's a good tree to be able to spot from a long way away. It's a Monty Python reference if you don't get what I'm on about. Number one, the larch, the larch. Oh. Right, just give me a minute, I'm going to have a quick break and then I'll come back to adding more to this. I'm just going to go and grab a drink and stuff. I'll be about 5 minutes. I'm back shortly, don't go anywhere. Right, I'm back. Let's go to, theoretically, let's clear all them. Oh, it has remembered. It has remembered. Good. Because this is what I was after. Some drier. I'm going to put these around the edge of the heather. That's a bit too big. Let's just turn random scale off and give it a bit more. We've got a bit more control then over what I want to do. Yeah, Spooky Patch had dirt in as well, which would be really helpful for just adding a little bit something underneath, just to give it that little bit more depth. Obviously, because this tree you can't see, yep, there we go. That's a bit better because then it kind of blends the roots in with the rocks. Oh, I kind of want need to add sound effects as well, but I'll probably do that right near the end. That'll be the last thing I do, adding sound effects around the ride. Not that you'll hear it much, but it would be nice to have some background ambience. But yeah, we've got a nice look there. Right, let's go to random scaling again, because I'm going to stick some dry bits there, and then I'm going to get the strip. Yeah, there we go. And it's, yeah, a bit better. It looks a bit nicer. Not that you're going to see much of this, because obviously the coaster is a rotating coaster, so you're just spinning wildly. But those pops of colour and that, you should be able to see that as you come past. Theoretically. Scenery bonus of 72%. Right, let's I thought the ride attendant wasn't there, but he's hidden by that post. Come on. Yeah, there we go. I need to add custom supports in around the loop and various bits as well. And support that ride camera as well, because it's floating at the moment. Yeah, you can see it. Oh, you didn't really see it there. If we were sat on the other side, we would have seen it. There, I'm thinking about putting some standing stones there. In fact, when I think of it, placeholder. Yeah, thank you. Turn favourites off, thank you. Just need anything, any kind of sign will do. So he goes looking for a particular Viking theme song. Oh, stream's not working. Oh. I think the stream is frozen. Oh, you mean because I had a break? Thanks. Yeah. I just disappeared for 5 minutes. It's not nothing to panic about, Lodge. It's fine. Just went and got a drink and sorted a few, and went and told Simon to stop shouting and things, you know. Yeah, I'm just putting a little placeholder here so I know what I want to put here. You should have done an emote so we knew you were on break. Oh, yeah, I should have done. Okay, yeah, that'll do. It's a little placeholder, just so I know what I want there. Because when you spin around, you actually look into that area. So, yeah, some standing stones there would look quite good. Why are you coming? Like, what? There's nothing down here. There's no reason to go along this path. Not yet. I mean, what are you doing, people? I could actually put a ride here, like a flat ride. Let's have a look. You want something that hasn't got too large a footprint. That's quite nice. Although surfboards don't really scream Viking to me. That's way too big. Look at that footprint. That's bang back, and that would smack into the roller coaster. And yeah, health and safety nightmare. That's the foot pad is over there. Yeah, it's no good. That would possibly hit the roller coaster as well. Yeah, the pads are massive. There is a way you can kind of get rid of them, but you can actually delete parts of the pads as well by using glitch tricks, but I don't really want to do that because it's fiddly. Yeah, it's way too big as well. Kickflip might be. Yeah, kickflips. Mind you, how that would fit into Viking, I don't know, because that's not very Viking, is it? That. Viking ship. I could do a Viking ship. That's an obvious one to go for. Oh, yeah, no, not that. That's not a drop tower. Whoa, that's way too big. Yeah, you could do a drop tower would work. Quite easily put that in there. Possibly. Although I'm not having to cram everything in. I want a kind of spread out park, so I don't know, I might just leave it. I'm going to need some custom supporting around this part and some custom supporting around this. I'll probably anchor it across here, like down onto there at some point. Sorry, the TV was just about to turn off. Let's go back to our nice heather, boulder, rock, ravine bit. Yeah, this is the second launch here, because it's a multi-launch spinning coaster. And you don't realise that when you're on the ride, really. And I think if I bring the path round here and under here, past this ravine bit, because that looks like a perfect place to bring a path through, and then you can have more coasters up the back here, and I can build a coaster over here. So definitely 3 coasters, I think would be a good number. I still need to do some with this staff area as well. I kind of started it, but I've got no real idea of what to do with it. I mean, I might just keep it simple, a very simple stone and wood Viking build. I do like the fact that I've created this one-way glass. All that is 3 panes of glass. But yeah, you would want privacy if you're going to the loo. But yeah, you definitely need, that's why I put the second toilets in here. You need lots of toilets in a theme park. You need benches and all sorts of things like that. But yeah, possibly a market out the back, out the front here. I think in market stall. I may just put the sign for Bloodhowl here. That's kind of central to the whole build. I'm just thinking the actual writing you've got in game is not ideal. I mean, you've got this bubble writing, or you've got this very serious, but none of it's that good. Although you could use that and then go to make it a bit more interesting, or a bit more aesthetically pleasing. I don't need random, stop randoming stuff on me, please. Yeah, random scale off, sorry. Okay. I just kind of want to bring it up like that, or flat with the that's the easy way to do it. So basically make this lettering a bit flasher. It's going to take a bit of work, but make it a bit more interesting as a typeface. That's still too big. I think the smallest I can go to is about 10%. Yeah. Oh no, we can go right down with this basic shape. So yeah, I could do that basically and make it a bit more interesting. Obviously I would colour it all the same, and that's what I'm thinking. Do some kind of lettering that I've transformed for the sign, and I think having that here, and that's what I was possibly going to use the Berserker statue for, putting that behind it with the writing in front of him. Want these guys around as well, so annoyingly, actually that's so easy to replicate. Sorry, that's one of my microphone just caught on my top then, but I was turning around because I was wondering Scruffy's having something to eat. Right, I don't want you to align with anything. If we come down here, there we go. We have a falcon, but of course no Viking tail has a, you know, you don't associate Vikings, it's more ravens. So there's an easy way to do that. I want to attach scenery, please. Advanced settings, no. I want to, no. Trying to grab that. Yeah, there we go. Attach scenery, that's what I was looking for. And there we go. We want you to be stuck on top, and we want your underbelly to be dark grey, and then we want your yellow bits to be like that, or like that, or like that, like that. I think dark grey. And we bring him out, we resize him, because ravens are not as big as falcons by any stretch of the imagination. We bring him up a bit. And then we have a flying bird. And it's incredibly simple, but I just want to make sure he doesn't actually hit anything. Why are you stopping? Oh, you're going backwards now. Why the heck are you going backwards? Loop. Yeah, animation default, so medium. Okay, slow reverse. There we go. So now we have a flying raven, by all intents and purposes. If you want one to be doing something slightly more interesting, we just do that. Let's see, did we get him? I think that's alright. I don't think we're hitting anything there. No, we're not. And I don't think we're getting in the way of the coaster, but we have a couple of ravens circling, and I can put some more in. Actually, Going back to our old skeleton. Am I British or Australian? British. Oh, yeah, British. I've been to Australia though. Spent a bit of time over there when I was a lot younger. Okay, let's get on the front of Bloodhound. Where are we? Is this the one? I'm guessing this is the one. Will we see the ravens? That's the big question. Probably not. No, there were some ravens there. Did you see them? Did you enjoy that? Because I didn't see them at all. Yeah, look, 7.02. That's the correct excitement rating. The G-forces are a little high, I think, on the lateral. That's because it rotates. Oh, the next DLC. Yeah, I'm hoping for more spooky stuff. I don't think we'll get that till October. I want them to actually fix some of the bugs. There are still some bugs in the game. If you look on this coaster, you'll see a bug with the rope. Like Q2 forums are being locked and archived. The official Planet Coaster 2 forums? Possibly. I haven't heard anything, but I don't really know. There's plenty of other outlets for people to talk about Planet Coaster. On Reddit's a good place for Planet Coaster 2. I love that placeholder there. Standing stones. Yep, they will be there eventually. I'm thinking rune standing stones. We've got those in the game, so, and I'll make the runes red to go with the berserker type feel. Alright, yeah, okay. They are there, but you just don't see them. Where's me? If I also found out on ride photos don't really work with the Ultra Spin coaster model. What with this one? We'll find out about that. Oh, are there any coaster types? Yeah, inverted launch coaster. That's what I want. They work fine for me. Look. Because this is, I mean, it does the job. See, I've got them there. And then my other coaster, I'm going to put there. So in the guest services, basically, you've got... yeah, it's annoying that things pop in and out like that. Look. I mean, I know that's partly my fault for the way I've designed it. But, like, that's really close popping in and out there. On the guest. And another thing they need to fix... We'll go and look on the coaster and I'll show you what I mean. Where is the coaster? Here. If you look at the axes, notice how the rope is white. When you copy one axe over, is a way to show you actually, isn't it? Let's go Viking. Viking, anything with rope on it. Yeah, that'll do. That's the one. So, like, there you go. The rope colour's there. Now look, it loses texture, and it shouldn't do that. That's really frustrating. Because then I want this to kind of resemble a battlefield and have all pieces, you know, have all bits everywhere. Anyway, I was trying to place a, not, I want to grab you, thank you. And I want to bring you that might be too close. That might actually hit the coaster, or the coaster might hit that raven. I kind of want it to be in the line of sight, and we'll see. Let's bring the coaster over, because eventually you will see that coming towards you at some point. So much testing. Oh yeah, okay, we got a bit of clearance there. Although in saying that, I say we've got a little bit of clearance. It does come forward, and when it comes forward, I don't know how much clearance we're going to have. Oh, I can find out. I can find out really easily. Just thought there's a sensible way of approaching this. We'll speed up time. We'll put the coaster exactly where I think the collision point is going to be. Pause it. Whoa, it is close. Yeah, I didn't pause it in time because I was. It's moving at a heck of a rate there. All right, try again with the next coaster that comes along. Come on, we must have one coming this way. Yep, there we go. Right, let me look this way. Get it on the downward. So on that drop, where my cursor is at the moment, it's where I want to stop it. I would say clearance is okay. Although it's it's annoying. There could be a collision there, and I definitely don't want a raven to smack someone. We don't want bird strike on your coaster, really, do you? Right. It's a shame there's no slow-mo mode. Right, yeah. This we can find out from. Yep, there's collision there. Yeah, definitely collision. Okay, we can solve that issue. We can bring the bird across. Alright, there's collision with the rock now. Okay, go back to the original place where there was actually collision and just bring it slightly up. Then hopefully we have clearance. We do have clearance, good. Yeah, definitely don't want bird strike on a roller coaster. That would be a pretty bad situation. Still need to rock all this bit up and then add more. And I'm going to dot these skeletons about all over the place, but not necessarily here. No, I didn't want to turn you like that. Or perhaps I did. I don't know. Right, let's see if we can get rid of all that wood, basically. So that wood can't be seen. I do like the sounds of people enjoying themselves on roller coasters. Now, let's grab a creosote bush. Random scale. Plonk. I don't know what you're talking about. What wood? There's nothing there. Everyone can probably guess what I'm going to do now. Oh, you're just spinning it around like that. No, I want to spin it like that. And then a bit more like that. That is going to be close to the coaster, but I don't think it's going to be too close. Yeah, inverted launch coaster is what I want from the next DLC. Sorry to the person that asked me that question earlier. I got distracted. So we should have clearance there. Who was it? Sorry. Dr. Goofensmertz. I like the name, by the way. Dr. Goofensmertz. I have also seen Phineas and Ferb having children of that age. Yeah, definitely an inverted launch coaster. That's what I want, like Fly. That's what I wanted for ages, and not a boomerang version. I want a proper inverted launch coaster. Because we do have I think we have, let me have a look, custom suspended, yeah. Where is it? There's that one that's inverted. Chain lift, cable lift, chain lift. Oh, okay. It's not there. Propulsion. Launch, hydraulic launch. It's not new. Is it LSM? Can't remember off the top of my head. No, it might be. Yeah, it's linear induction motor. That, which I thought, great, I can make an inverted launch coaster. And then I tried to build it, and it's like, no. It has to go through the station several times. Yeah, a launched inverted coaster that passes back and forward through the station multiple times, picking up speed as it does so. So, I mean, possibly. I thought, well, even if it does that, you could get it to do that and then build the layout so it eventually gets over a bit and then goes around the full layout. But even you can't even trick it like that and make it do a full loop. It's just not the same as having an inverted launch coaster, which would be really nice. But yeah, well, get back to our nice little battle scene that I don't think you'll be able to see any of that at all when you're on ride. Oh yeah, it's dark, which I kind of expected. Lighting, not Viking. Actually, confetti, explosion, fire jets. No, I just want fire. Yeah, so we've got a actually, I don't want that to be I don't want it all to be big fire. We want some small. I want some destroyed buildings. Yeah, add some lighting, doesn't it? Add some ambience. You know, how you get this past health and safety, I don't know, but yeah, I want to suspend my riders in a spinning car above some fire. Yeah, that's okay, is it? Okay, brilliant. And bring the sunlight back. But you've got these rocks here. These are brilliant because we can actually colour these so effectively. I can start doing charged rocks basically, which is kind of nice. Dot a few of these around the landscape. It'll add to that battlefield berserker feel I'm going for. Oh, whoa, oh, that's massive. Okay, I don't want that. It's far too big. Unfortunately, I don't think there's anything I can... yeah, there is. I was thinking there's no way I can blend that rock in. I can with some rough rock. And then the other thing I want to put over it, not shrubs, dry grass. So like the heat from the flame has destroyed it. Yeah, it's coming together quite well, that scene, so far. I've got to add a few more bits in there. Yeah, I came up with this when I was doing I copied, well, yeah, I don't know whether to put a water park in this, because I'm not overly keen on trying to build a water park, only because I'm not as confident as I am building coasters at the moment. At the moment, being the operative words. Okay, if I go back into here, back to my favourites. Yep, that's what I was looking for. To add that to that broken damaged kind of look. Let's put this here and just actually spin it like that, because it would make more sense like that. Why are we? Oh, I thought that was I thought it was at an angle when I first got that item, but no, it was just the style of the bush, the creosote bush. That might be overdoing it. That might be overkill. Yeah, I think it will. However, grabbing one of you guys and putting you up here, but oh, I want to turn around and scaling off. Thank you. Just trying to work out that perfect angle without doing that, yeah, without bringing any. Still got fingers sticking through. Let's nope, bring you. It's also annoying that they've put interactive here. I mean, they've created a separate category for like the speakers, the ambient speakers. That's stereo. That's a speaker ambient. Let me have a look. It kind of works, doesn't really work. That definitely helps sell my Raven kind of feel, wouldn't it? Whack the volume right up on that thing, because it's just going to be used in that valley, really. And I doubt we'll even hear it as you come flying through the coaster, but I will give it the best chance I can by putting it directly under the track. But while you're spinning and your senses are being overloaded, the last thing to register will probably be sound. But we'll give it a go. We'll try it. Anything's worth a shot once, isn't it? I'll hide that in there because that would seem like a good idea to me. Obviously, the more I have of them, closer proximity you will be to them, and have more chance of hearing them. Alright, let's okay, yeah. I somehow don't think we'll hear it whatsoever. Okay, that's fully in there, that's good. Personally, I don't think we'll hear them at all, but we'll give it a go. We'll see if we can hear it. Oh yeah. Gotta wait here for a week before it actually launches. Yep, come on. What I might actually do, just look forward, because that way we've got more chance of, I can just listen then. As I suspected, you heard nothing. Could partly be because the music is so loud. Volume? How do I change the volume of it? I swear there's a way you can... No. So the only way I can change that is in the settings, I guess. Oh, it's 6:55 PM. I've been quite lucky with the weather. That's what you want for a Viking. You want rain. You want it to be miserable. You want mud, puddles, you know. Unfortunately, I need to build some sheltered seating. I think for this little bit, if I can put some seats in here, where the coast goes all around you. Let's bring the light back. There we go. Whoa. Yeah, just put some seating in, because obviously around here. What are you doing, cats? What are you doing? I think that's Scruffy. Oh, he was washing himself and he was catching and scratching himself, catching the door. Yeah, thanks, Scruffy. Well done. So, actually, it's easier just to. Well, we're here now, aren't we? I need some covered seating as well. Western picnic bench. See, these are Viking benches. There's only the wooden ones or these ones. Yeah, I was saying I was going to hope that they could sit here so you could sit and watch the coaster fly around. That's what I was hoping for. Sort of plaza area. Yeah, I don't think I need to change the look of those bins at all. Every toilet needs a bin outside it. It's kind of the rule, really, rule of thumb in a theme park. Yeah, I've got nowhere else I can put it. I mean, that area, that makes sense. That looks a bit nicer now. It's a bit more full up. Could you put one this side as well? I was going to say, do you want a seating on a main walkway? Mind you, if the walkways don't get that busy, it doesn't really matter. And they're quite wide, so, but I don't like that. In fact, I don't like anything being around that central bit. I could build some of it as covered seating, I guess. Since guests do request shade. It's on their requirements. Oh, I really like that. That's quite nice. The thing on top. The Viking. Sorry, I couldn't think for a second. The longboat parasol motif. That's it. That's quite good for if we have outdoor eating. Possibly going to create some picnic bench areas. See, I think if we have that, no, not that, and we put snap, no, not snap, snap to position, there we go. Oh, it does work. Yeah, in the first game I was going to say it just allows you to snap things straight into position. It's really helpful for doing picnic benches. It still works. I don't think it did work when I first tried it in Planet Coaster 2. That's good that that's been fixed. So yeah, some custom supporting for this particular part of the ride would be useful. That just annoys me that it loses texture on every single. So nearly every single one on here hasn't got the. In fact, none of them. Oh, this is the front. That's why. I was looking at which is the front. So one of them should have rope, not that side. Should actually have the rope texture. Nope, none of them got. Oh, this might be the second train. So because it's copied them across to the second train with the settings, yeah, none of them got the correct texture on. So it's the other train. That's train 2. So that's how you can tell the difference. One's got a rope texture on, one hasn't. And it's only one of them that's got the rope texture. We look on the front. Nope. Okay. No, it's messed it all up. Completely. It's put them all as white for some reason when I've reloaded it. That's annoying, game. You can't remove the rope texture, which doesn't bode well for building a battlefield scene with rope involved, because when I load it up, are all the rope textures going to be... In fact, I want to test which weapons, just quickly, which ceremonial weapons, decorative weapons, or whatever it calls them, lose texture when you copy them. So yeah, look, straight away white. Yep, all of them do it, I think. Yeah, spear, every rope texture, basically, on a sword, on a weapon. So swords are going to be the only way to go, really, aren't they? Although you often think of Vikings as swords, don't you? Great swords of the Vikings. Oh no, sorry, it's axes. Purely axes. Musical hammer statues. For a second there, I was wondering why the Viking on the right had a gas mask on. It was just the angle we happened to be standing at. It's his beard. I wouldn't call that musical hammer statues. I mean, unless they're playing musical statues. This is good. This one. We'll have to make a use of that somewhere. Perhaps in a dark ride. Because that's a really cool effect. I don't know what dark rides we've got. Oh, we've got the yeah, it's the 3D mover. That's a pain to actually build with, but once you've got good throughput capacity, like 8 riders per car. Traditional narrow log flume, and we've got a wide log flume. Yeah, I might have to build one of them in here. Did you know Alton Towers used to have a log flume, and it was themed to dinosaurs? I only know that because I went on it many years ago. Didn't go on any of the roller coasters, so I was a bit too young to go appreciate the roller coasters, really. I want to go back because I want to see Smiler. I would go on Wicker Man, I think, but I think the Smiler would probably be a bit too much for me now. But Wicker Man, I'd definitely go on. And Oblivion, no thanks. I've done a freefall skydive many years ago, so, and that's all I can imagine Oblivion would be like. This is what I should use as well. These souvenir pieces, because they're about the right height. They are about the right size. In fact, they're a little bit smaller. So if we scale it up a little bit. Oh, relative. Okay. Well, how does that work? Apparently that's that doesn't work at all. Frontier, what are you doing there? That orientation's a bit... Oh, I suppose it's because you're not... When it's on a shelf... Not that you see that as you fly past at 200 miles per hour spinning round. In fact, you'll see hardly any of the scenery. But it's there. What are you doing in the shop? Do I pay you to be in the shop? No. Yeah, the orientation is weird because that's the way it sits on the shelves. But surely, I mean, if you're... Okay. If you're building a modular gift shop, you would have all the building orientation. See, they can't even look at the ride photos. I need to set up a ride photos thing on the wall here, like a viewing gallery just here, so that you can look at the photos before you purchase them. I don't know how many photos it takes either. Well, I'm getting there with it anyway. It's slowly getting there. I've still got all this green space to fill, this green space to fill, this bit here as well, build, and then like I say, we're planning to bring the path through here. A lot of work. It's a lot of work. Then let's theme that. See if I don't think, even if I made this all, I can do sort of charred, damaged wood. That's okay. Yeah, I can do charred, damaged wood, because I had no idea about the charred, damaged wood idea for the Berserker until I sort of hit upon that idea. I don't know whether to have runes in there and things, like they're slipping into a trance, as the idea, because we do have runes, I think. Yeah, how big can that hammer go? That's what I was asking earlier. Oh, it can only go to 300. I was hoping it's one of the ones that could go to 500. Because you could use it for decoration and stuff then. Like more park decoration as well. It's a bit weird because some scale to 500 and some scale to 300. But that's maximum 300. Not that you need it to go huge unless you're attaching it to the front of a long ship. Could possibly make use of that at some point. Okay, they all do spin. Yeah, they automatically spin. The annoying thing with that is you can't actually resize them then if they're animated. Oh, that's possibly better than putting... Yeah, you could put one of them on top of a... Yep, that's an idea. On top of a tower. I'd like to put a Viking watchtower, unless we build the Viking watchtower here, that you fly over the top of. This is going to be rough, I assure you. It's going to be very rough, but no, it's not what I was asking to do. It's still not that dark, even though I've set it to the darkest colours I can. A little frustrating. I was just say, I guess 3 is about right for a Viking watchtower. However, I kind of wanted to make it so you crest over the top of the tower, or you see it as you fly towards it, in which case we need to bring it closer there. No, edit building, thank you. Now go into there, thank you very much. See, what I was, the idea I had was, why are you not in building parts? Why is that? Why are the windmill parts not in building parts? Riddle me that. You couldn't get more of a building if you tried. It was just rough to see if it'll work, and the answer is emphatically yes, it will work. Okay, that's quite nice. I was going to say I could put a like porch bit that sticks out, but you wouldn't necessarily have that on a watchtower. However, I could put steps on it. Let's I want stone, slate, not plastic, plaster, concrete, brick, question mark. And if I'm stuck, I could use those materials. Actually, I don't need to be stuck at all. Clear that all. I've just had an excellent thought. Not often that happens, but occasionally it does. And I've had an idea. 2.5 meter width. Nope. Oh, I thought you were. Okay, ignore me. It's going to be some fiddly work, unfortunately. Might be easier way of doing it. I'm just thinking out loud. Well, thinking to myself there. There might be a better way of doing this. I think there is. They'll give me the desired result and will be a bit easier to calculate. Okay, that's not directly. Alright, I need to bring that. There. So it lines up with that line, just so it makes it easier for me to work out. Yep, there we go. I think that's correct. I'm slightly off there. I think it's marginal how far it was off, but it was off. I could just see it. And of course, if one bit's off, then what I'm planning on doing won't work. So we just copy it over, bring it round here. And we do that and that. Of course, because I'm making stairs, we just need to go to there. Come down. Yeah, it's a much easier way of doing it. Much easier way of doing it than the way I was trying to do it before. Obviously I can make them look more stair-like afterwards, but or I can decorate them better afterwards. There we go. We are nearly have a full set of stairs. Are we? Yep, we do now. Oh, apart from the fact that we have a gaping hole on the... That's easily remedied. Easily. Yeah, I'm kind of glad they added these wall pieces, because it allows you to do so much more. We didn't have them in Planet Coaster. That just allows for a bit more freedom in our builds. Yeah, it does help if I actually stick that down there. Stick that, thank you. There we go. And then we just delete the excess, because we don't need this. Actually, just thinking about it, is there, I'm about to say, is there, got rid of it all, good. Yeah, we have some nice stairs, a tower, and I can just add some more bits to it. It's a shame I can't actually shrink this down. I could, I mean, I did build the tower over here that was purely out of the brick wall, like the stone wall part. I don't think I will. Yeah, that's what it's called at the moment. Viking. But that's just a working project title. I've got no idea what I'm going to call it in the end when it's finished. I'm only 21% in at the moment, Lodge, so I've got another, you know, I'm only 1/5 of the way there, so I've got another 4/5 to do, really. When I've finished doing all this, though, and making sense of all this area, then we'll see where I'm up to. Yeah, I'm just wondering how that's going to look. I do have an idea of what to do with that tower and how I'm going to decorate it. I'm thinking wooden spines and things, and yeah, also this. I'm probably going to have a few of those on the way up the tower as well, but I don't know at the moment. I'm undecided. Yeah, that's no good. I could go for something like that up each section. Yeah, so it looks a bit more natural. Just realised something. Oh, that is a part of it apparently. No. You don't need to grab the ride. Thank you. Yeah, that's what I thought. There was pieces that were loose. Yeah, no, everything's loose now. Right, what was I going to do? Oh, that was it. I completely forgotten for a second. Just be a case of doing what I did before with the steps, except these. This time I do want them to all actually be on the building properly. So what I'm going to do, grab that one, grab that one, turn off that rotation. Oh, okay. Yeah, that one's sticking out too far. That's why we're not getting a true rotation. That still comes out. Look, that one goes in. Which is strange, because I don't think... I was going to say, I don't think that one's sticking out so much, but I noticed it wasn't actually centrally lined up on the... with the bottom, with this line. Yeah, it seems to be working better now, so... bring that round to here, as I don't want it to interfere with the steps too much. Oh, great. Right, almost there with this bit. That's what I've wanted. Let's that's quite good now. Yeah, it's beginning to take shape. Oh dear, what happened there? Not sure why it missed it so low on these. Unless there was one I didn't grab. Right, I'm going to leave it there because it's just gone midnight and I'm at work in the morning. But yeah, thanks for watching everyone. I'll probably be back with Fortnite tomorrow because I want to get that car. And yeah, I'll do some more Planet Coaster later in the week since people are popping in and enjoying it, and it's an ongoing discussion, this hobby. Am I on till shop reset? No, I'm going to work tomorrow, Lodge. I'm going now. I'm getting tired as it is. But yeah, tomorrow night I might be on till shop reset. We'll see. I want to buy the Bob Ross emote as well. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Good night.